What's going on, everybody? 2about29 back in the lounge yet again. Make sure to kick back, relax, and grab some snacks. We got another character gameplay preview. This time it is on the new zombie Naomi Slayomi. She is a modern era focused trickster, and she is a coach. Her coaching ability at 35k is 150% trap gem damage and generating one more trap gem. So still worse than Zombie Dragon? I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with this. The only good coach right now this month was Alexa. I don't know why they decided to make a bunch of worse ones, but hey, that's not on me. I don't get paid to make those decisions. The links that she has, the zombies link, any color MP started for your opponent -2. The year of the zombie, any color MP +5. The regular modern era link, and she has her standard gear. Purple, red, and blue MP are Naomi's colors. Without further ado, I'm not going to waste any time. Everyone's going to keep telling you, Naomi's only good with this one moveset, and you need a Ghostbuster plate to do it. So let's just go ahead and do that, get it out of the way right now, and then we can get on with the actual preview. So she has this really cool move called the Brain Scrambler Kick. It's a 1 MP blue move, 300k damage, choose 6 red gems, and then 300k damage and choose the entire board into multi-gems of strength 2. The rest of this, don't worry about, we'll get into that later on. The entourage for this moveset, we have nothing but straight up multi-gem damage and increase. So we got Lex for +2, Sherry for +4, Seth for +3, and Zombie Bailey for +60% gem damage on multis and 40 on reds. And yes, we have the 150 strap, the Fury 3s, and we have the Ghostbuster plate that everyone's going to keep talking about, the head of the seance. Whenever you break 8 or more red gems, generate 30 random red gems at the end of your turn. So I want to go ahead and get this out of the way first and foremost. I don't want to waste any time. So there's a couple interesting things about this. We're going to fight Zombie Liv, who has the multi-gem reversal. But because this is a combo move, you will notice that it will not reverse the move. So because of that, I'm going to go ahead and put out my red gems there, and I'm going to go ahead and put out my multi-gems here. But because we have pinned her and we have the plate equipped, we're going to go ahead and trigger our seance plate, and then at the end of the turn, because we broke 8 red gems by breaking 30, you generate 30 more. There's 130 million. So that's going to be a very common way that you're going to see a lot of the top end, the whales, whatever you want to call them, running her, because that is the most simplistic way. It is not something that is easily counterable. The only way around it really is to do multi-gem down, and that's just going to lower the damage output. But it's because it's a 1 MP move, you can't counter with 1 MP, and you can't counter with a multi-gem reversal. That's a very impressive setup. Now, something to note and something to keep in mind, if you do not pin her, so we need to break 8 gems total, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, let's do 6 there, let's do 5 there, and let's do like a 3-piece here, right? Oh, well, that's going to cascade. Let's not do that. Let's do a 5 here and a 3-piece here, and hopefully we don't cascade. So there's 8 gems that are broken, and now we're going to go ahead and put our multi-gems out. You will notice that she will steal the turn here. So it's not that the multi-gem reversal doesn't work. It does, but it will not work if you pin the opponent. So when you pin her, that is how you will cause it to activate. And on top of that, because it's still the same turn, she actually gets the benefit of your Ghostbuster plate against you. So very, very counterintuitive there. But if you want, again, you make yourself 2-4 matches, should be pretty basic. That will turn the entire board into multi-gems after. You broke 8 gems with 2-4 matches. That's going to trigger your seance. Now at the end of the turn, because you broke you broke 8 more, you generate 30 more. That'll be how you trigger that move. So just want to get all that kind of out of the way, that yes, it is doable. Yes, it is usable. Yes, it is obviously very strong. But no, it is not her only moveset, and no, she doesn't suck without a Ghostbuster skill plate, and this is where the preview really starts, that we get to showcase all of that. Okay, now, our first moveset that does not include the Ghostbuster skill plate, it's the same exact moveset. Believe it or not, we're going to actually use the other moves now. And yes, they are very good moves. So We still have the 1 MP move that we're going to essentially just use as a choose red move. And then we have this hip bone attack 8 MP red move, 500k damages, whatever, but 35 million bonus damage for every player turn that has passed, including the current turn, for up to 10 turns. And we also have the Smoldering Glow, which is a 5 MP blue move, choose 10 red submissions, million damage for 3 turns is the sub damage. Remaining submission gems will turn into 2 turn countdown gems that deal 2 million damage apiece and increase your blue MP by 5 again, so it will always reload itself. The entourage for this one, very odd, right? You can use Jerry the King Lawler here for the blue MP, and I will show you how you can do that a little bit later. But right now, all we're worried about is matching red MP. So we have Montez Ford for +2, and W. Hogan for +2, and X-Pac for +1. And got this really cool skill plate on here, the Eternal Vigilance. Whenever you break 3 or more red gems, you get 3 blue MP back. And we obviously have our takedown set up, but that is not going to impact our bonus damage very much on the move. Fighting Liv is not going to be very conducive for a good opponent. I really just wanted to showcase Liv for the anti-multi-gem aspect of it all, to show how it does and does not work, or in what situations that it would and would not work. So we're going to go back out here against Jade Cargill instead. Let's start out with our 3-match. So all you got to do is make a 3-match with this blue 1 MP move, and your red move will be loaded. You don't even have to worry about putting the multi-gems out. There is 35 million damage. Once again, you can go ahead and make your 3-match. Boom, boom. Simple. Don't worry about putting the multi-gems out. There's another 35 million damage. And yes, guess what? You can do it again and again. Unfortunately, because she's already in danger, that's going to pin her. So no need to worry about that. But you could have done it a 3rd time there on the very first turn for over 105 on just the bonus million damage. It'd be closer to about 115 million damage also. If you want to also, like I was saying, how we can show Jerry the King Lawler being used. So now, again, we have that open MP trainer spot, but just imagine that I put Lawler on there for the +4 MP. You would start out with this move as well. And then, because instead of being turn 1, we'd be turn 2, we would do 70 million damage each time instead. So I'm going to go ahead and make a 3-match here, and then I'm going to just cover up the rest of the red gems on the board. This 3-match of red gems will also fill our red bonus damage move. The countdowns I'm not really concerned about. And now we would get our bonus damage of 70 million. Boom, on the hip attack there. So there's your 70 million. And then you can go ahead and make your 3-match here. That will refill everything that you have. And then you can hit for another 70 million. And then you can make another 3-match. Boom, boom, boom. And because you're not going to cascade, she still can get hit for another 70 million. Yeah, so there's 210 million damage just on the bonus alone. I think there's like another 15 million involved in there. If you wanted, you can obviously use the sub again to keep draining MP and then keep on looping with another 35 mil on top. So it'd be 105 million damage afterwards every single time that you use that move. Just kind of depends how you're feeling about that. And yes, the countdowns will do 2 mil a piece, and they'll give you blue MP back also, but really, really, really strong. Is it going to be the quickest thing under the sun? No, but if you need to punch up, she's really damn good at it. Let's check out what else she can do. Okay, let's check out another moveset. It's a tricolor moveset, but we're still keeping this brain scrambler kick in here. It's got a lot of value, obviously, as a 1 MP move. We're bringing in the Cranium Crash, 6 MP red move, 600k, increase your purple MP by 10, and it's also a submission reversal, deal 5 mil damage, 25 mil bleed damage for 2 turns, and breaks the submission and steals the turn, obviously. And the 10 MP purple finisher, the Gallows Driver, 2 million damage, and make 49 multi-gems into blue gems. This entourage might look similar. That's because it is similar to the first moveset that we used with the Fancy Plate. But guess what? There's a really good setup without the Fancy Plate, and it uses, instead of Zombie Bailey, Zombie Gunther, because we're using blue gem damage instead of red gem damage. And on top of that, We also have our Pyro Princess Flaming Glove. Whenever you make 6 or more multi-gems, increase your blue gem damage by 50% for 2 turns. And the Ministry Business, whenever you make 6 or more multi-gems, increase all your gem damage by 100% for 1 turn. So we actually get some skill plates to make the gems even stronger. Let's go ahead and check out how strong the tricolor setup is. So for this, you would need 6 MP on your red, so you can make 2 3 matches, you can make 1 5 match, whatever you'd like. No biggie, definitely not a hard move to charge. There you have it. Board is full of times 11s. Your MP gain would give you your purple. Each of these times 11s is 3.33 million damage, and you got 49 of them. So probably looking at close to another 160 if I had to guess. There you go, 167 million damage. So yeah, I mean, she's like really bad is what I'm hearing. No, she's fantastic. She's a great character. Let's see what else she can do, because I'm pretty sure that she has some purple moves as a purple character. Who would have guessed? One more moveset for you guys, and I might even have something after this, but we got the Cranium Crash back in here, the 6 MP red move that gives you purple MP, and we got 2 purple moves in here, the Shallow Grave Stunner, 750k, 6x6 area into trap gems. If your opponent breaks them, 5 million damage. If you break them, 750k. And the Eerie Glow combo, 200,000 bonus damage for every trap gem, then a finisher, 2 million damage, and choose a 4x4 area into purple gems. The entourage for this one is going to be Jesse the Body Ventura for 2 red MP and 100% trap gem damage. We got Butch for 4 more red MP. We got Zombie Penta and Zombie Alexa for 150% and 200% more trap gem damage. So we're up to over 1 million bonus damage, 1.1 million bonus damage for every trap gem. And we swapped out the skill plates here, so we're still with the gem damage strap and the Furies. The skill plates here is the Trapiversary. Whenever you make 8 or more traps, make 8 random gems into multi of strength 8. And the Tama Chest, 6 or more traps, gives you the purple gem damage by 300% for 1 turn. Let's go ahead and check out what this moveset is cooking up. So Jesse and Butch would give you your starting MP there for the gain MP. You would also get your 6x6 trap gem area. Probably going to be on the bottom somewhere, yep, and then the multis will fill in the rest, and then you'll get your bonus damage for all the trap gems, and you're making a 4x4 area, so you probably want to go ahead and pick the corner here so you can pick up as many multi-gems as possible and leave as many trap gems to be broken as possible. There you have it, and she's already dead from all the gem damage. That was about 90 mil before she swiped out, and if she swipes any trap gems, it's another 5 million a piece on top of that. Yeah, and this is all without the moment, which gives you even more damage on top of that entire moveset. So yeah, a 90 mil plus without the moment. Okay, last but not least, I wanted to try and showcase every single move, and I'm going to do just that. So we got the Smoldering Glow 5 MP blue move, which is our sub. We got the hit bone attack back in here, and the one move I haven't shown yet, the Double Heel Face Smasher 8 MP red finisher, 3 million damage, decrease your countdown timers by 2, and pin the opponent. And if you're fighting a tech, you will also cause them to bleed for 5 million damage for 3 turns. We're not fighting a tech, I'm not bothered about that, but we do have a blue sub, so we're going to go ahead and put out all of the sub trainers and coaches, 2 million damage for 8 turns. Very similar to the first alternate moveset that I was showing. Don't worry about the skill plates, they're not going to help. I'm not bothered with skill plates, and I'm not bothered with the strap either. It's not going to make a difference. But the first moveset that I was showing after the Ghostbuster plate, where you can use the choose move into the sub and then kind of get 70 million damage every time with this move. This is just a quicker version of that. So you would start out with this move. You'd make 2-3 matches. You'd go ahead and flood the rest of the board with sub-gems. You would make sure that they have no MP left over. The 2 mil per turn really isn't that big of a deal, as much as it is just to make sure they don't have any MP. So there you have it. And then you would deal 70 million damage right out the gate. Boom. And then you wouldn't have to wait for anything. You would just go ahead and use the finisher. You wouldn't have to choose anything. The finisher itself will decrease all the countdowns, fills your sub back up, and you can just rinse and repeat that moveset over and over. And every single turn it obviously gets stronger by 35 mil, because that's how that move works, up to, I think it says 10 turns, which in a feud or anything like that, you're not going to need to do that whatsoever. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Slayomi. I mean, there's really nothing to it, right? She's not bad. Certainly not as bad as a lot of players are saying that she is. Everyone, I think, is just kind of stung by the idea that it's like, oh my god, I need a Ghostbuster plate and I'm never going to be able to get one of those. And it's like, well, you don't. You objectively don't, right? It's not like, oh, I'm saying that because I have one and I can tell you don't. Like, no, I'm saying that because you just don't, right? If you can hit 100 million damage on every single moveset with hers, you don't need a Ghostbuster skill plate. That's also without the moment. I was looking to see if I had the moment before I did this preview, and I guess I never got it, or I never asked them for it or something like that. But this moment from the Armory Loot contest this month gives you 50% to all gems, and then black, red, yellow, and green, and then also 50% more trap gem damage. And she's on it, obviously. So even more trap gem damage for that one awkward moveset will still help. All gem damage obviously helps all of those movesets. The idea that it's like, well, she's not good because she needs this super rare fancy skill plate is insane to me. She was pretty obtainable this weekend. So I would suggest taking a look at, if you're someone that likes, to play this game and doesn't have any issues spending or anything along those lines, like, this should have been an easy get for you, for sure. And she's worth it, even if you don't have a Ghostbuster skill plate. She's not trash. She's not crap. She's not bad. She's actually fairly good. She's awesome for those that have all the fixins, and she's still damn awesome, even if you don't have something that you can't get anymore nowadays. The only thing, again, just like I'm always going to say, is it all revolves around hype. So if you have enough hype for her, great. If you don't, then that's kind of where, shit hits the fan, to put it kindly. You definitely got to find a way to get some hype for these characters, and that isn't necessarily the cheapest thing. That's the downside. But there is wildcard, and, through time, you can eventually get anybody to hype for if you'd like. So that's going to be it for this one. I think Naomi's great. I can't wait to keep using her on my own account. I'm sure that most of you should hopefully feel the same after watching this video. If you like it, make sure to like it, subscribe to the channel, leave some comments below, share with your friends that want to see what she's cooking up, and maybe if they want to see a gameplay of her without a Ghostbuster skill plate. And shout out to Donjay. He finally got himself a new Naomi. She's even got the caution tape on. It's all around her. So anyway, that's going to be it for this one. Until next time, y'all, have a good one.